Though the NHC doesn't show it, I think it'll probably still strengthen up to a major for at least a brief bit. Could be Cat 3, could be Cat 4. I think Cat 3 is more likely at the moment, but wouldn't be surprised if it made it to low end Cat 4.
Alright, I had an intuition yesterday. I predicted that Hurricane Lala would be more than a Category 2. And I did say up to a Category 4, and I thought it might be likely. It has actually become a Category 4 today. I know that in favorable conditions, small storms in the Pacific can go from almost nothing to something in no time. Yesterday was a Cat 2, today is a lower end Cat 4, but soon it will be likely to weaken as it will start turning off to the north very soon. Also, to the southeast of Hawaii, we're already watching another area of development. This one is likely to stay just to the south of Hawaii, and the remnants of Hernan moving out. To the west of Mexico, we're going to see another area develop, though we haven't seen much development yet. We do have some thunderstorms down here. I don't think that's our center, but I believe it'll be these showers that will produce our storm. Here are some of the reasons I think Lala will start to weaken. First of all, it's not nearly as circular as it was yesterday. See, yesterday it had this perfectly circular shape. As it has headed overnight and into your morning over here, it has started to collapse the eye, and we're starting to see a lot of the convection, stay on the northern side of it. That is why I think this storm is about to weaken and probably won't strengthen any further. Here's our NHC cone. This is a 5-day cone. You can see it'll bring it up to the north, and then it will turn back to the west and weaken out away from any more land. You can see we are going to have another storm basically form up where Lala formed last week. Like, even if we go back here, see where Lala formed up last week, right in here. This week, we have an area even a little more to the south and east of where Lala was. But right in the same region, we're going to see more development. And could this one take a track toward Hawaii? It's most likely to stay to the south. But it's not all good news, because a lot of our models are showing some outer impacts to the Hawaiian Islands, like our Euro AI model. Our GFS doesn't even really spin it up, which is kind of odd. Our European model takes it right over Hawaii, and the AI GFS takes it further to the south. Still a lot of things to watch with that. Over in Eastern Pacific, we have this area right here. It's actually could become a brief tropical storm, but again, the area that I do want to watch over here in the Eastern Pacific is going to be the clump of moisture we have just south of Mexico right now. This one is expected to strengthen and then stay offshore and not really impact anybody. Checking in on our Atlantic, we do have a signal that is right around the end of August. This in particular has the wave come off right around Tuesday-ish. And what this model does do is it curves it out to sea. There's no chance with that model, at least. Our GFS model also having it curve up to the north. Our European picks it up right off the coast of Africa. Taking a look at our Western Pacific, we have a random area of low pressure up here. That one's probably not going to form. We also have potential tropical storm that will move close to Vietnam and then pull north right into very southern China. We're also going to watch a formation of a potential tropical storm there. And then our main area to watch is going to be this significant typhoon, which the GFS right now takes kind of a weird track at the moment. But it is still in a realm of possibility for it to impact Taiwan or China. In fact, a lot more of our models have shifted west today, but it is not completely guaranteed, as you can see with our European AI model. Actually, speaking of the massive typhoon out in the western Pacific that we are going to be tracking, it already has a name. It's called Saudel, and it is likely to go up to a Category 4. There is going to be some soon land impact. The Northern Mariana Islands, the populated ones, probably more like Tinian Saipan, could get some weak impacts, but we could see the uninhabited or less inhabited islands could also get major status up there. Islands like Pagan, Agrihan, Alamagan, islands like that. And you can see the full uncertainty of what we're going to deal with. We could see this one take a path like maybe directly out to sea, like this particular ensemble member. And you do see there's still a potential of a Cat 5, and I think Cat 5 is honestly more likely here. But like all the storms we've seen this season, it's likely going to peak and then weaken as it moves its way toward the southern Japanese islands, which are the most likely impact at the moment outside of Guam and the Northern Mariana Islands. Also, we do have a low pressure area just to the north of Taiwan is expected to move into China as we head into the weekend. That is not likely to have any significant impacts whatsoever. Moving on to our overall signals from the Google Weather Lab model. There is still a wide range of possibilities, but what does worry me is the most northern possibilities still take it directly over Hawaii, or maybe just south. This is kind of a worrying situation, as we just had Lala make very big devastation down there, and this storm is expected to take a similar path. I guess separate from Lala, this one is expected to die out as it heads to the west, instead of strengthening like Lala has done. Also, our area off the coast of Mexico, not expected to hit any land. And then we have even more signals after that as we head into early September. We have quite a few areas, maybe more to the south or southeast of Hawaii. This one particularly worries me. And then we also have this long track signal as well that worries me. Also, to the west of Hawaii, we have a very long track signal for a storm to form a little further north than what we normally see out this way. And then if it stays further south, it could get very powerful, like Typhoon Dolphin, or it could curve earlier off to the north and be less impactful. Out in the Atlantic, as you can tell, we do have a signal for the same tropical wave that all the other models are tracking. Again, it's going to emerge off of Africa, probably 24th, 25th, and when we could see some development as we head into not this weekend, but the weekend afterward. And then the most likely scenario right now is that it would curve to the north, though a couple ensembles do take it through the Caribbean at the moment. Also, another thing I do want to mention, the conditions are super tough out here right now, and I think we have seen a slight decline in the amount of ensemble members that are on it, or it's keeping the same, and not many of them are making it strong, especially at the beginning. So I'm staying very hopeful for the US and the Caribbean, but it's still something to watch. Anyways, things are about to explode out there, and things are already active. We're going to track more of Lala and newly formed Tropical Storm Saudel as we head through the rest of this week. A little bit of a heads up. Friday and Saturday are my busy days this weekend, so I might miss one or both of those days for uploads. I will again see you tomorrow.